Hey there, welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Musa Jallo, and in today's video, I'm gonna be reacting to a video by AJ Plus. If I'm not mistaken, AJ Plus is like the news station of Al Jazeera. It's just like another spin-off of the same news station here. And the video I'm gonna be reacting to today by AJ Plus is entitled "South Africa is still under apartheid." AJ Plus. So with no further delay, let's get into the reaction.
For outsiders, Cape Town can appear to be
Cape Town, yes, I know this is the wrong video for that. But the city is amazing, man. Like, look at this view from OPA, Like, this is, like, so amazing, Like, when it comes to natural beauty and, like, scenery, I feel like there are few cities in the world that are better than Cape Town,
be a symbol of post-apartheid South Africa. The coastal city is promoted as a top destination for its diversity of food, landscapes, and cultures. But for Black South Africans, life in Cape Town is steeped in the lasting legacy of apartheid, the system of white minority rule that has left the country's Black majority poor and powerless. Though apartheid was officially terminated in 1994, throughout South Africa, neighborhoods remain structurally segregated, and the vast majority of Black citizens remain locked in grinding poverty. I'm going to show you how Cape Town was designed to keep racial groups separated and how those divisions persist today.
I really wish like the people of South Africa and the government, they are working together to like bridge the divide, because like on one hand, like I really like Cape Town. I feel like it's like one of the nicest cities in the world, But on the other hand, I also know like Cape Town is like in a third world country, So I really hope and wish like the government are putting things into place to like, help face these kind of issues,
Cape Town's layout provides a striking example of the clear socioeconomic divisions between South Africans. I'm standing in a township that reflects the living conditions of most Black Cape Townians, poor and under-resourced without access to running water, sewage, or even electricity. Just next to it is a white suburb that's worlds apart, and there's no easier way to see this than with a drone. From above, you can see the state of the bustling Black township I'm standing in, called Imazama Yetu.
Like, this is crazy, man. Like, by seeing this, it looked like every other poor neighborhood in any other poor country, Like, this is like so crazy, man.
It's a barren, informal settlement made up mostly of shacks and government-built homes. Literally next to the township is a white suburb that's overflowing with greenery. So here's what life looks like for most white Cape Townians. Nice suburban homes with running water, protected by walls and alarm systems. Some even have signs specifically warning Black Africans in their language of Xhosa of dogs inside.
This like really so sad to see, like, because like you doing this is like you assuming naturally like, okay, like the people who gonna like come and like try to steal from you, it's like gonna be like Black people, Like, why isn't it rating Afrikaans, or maybe even in Norwegian, like, because I know they have Norwegian people in South Africa, so, or like, why isn't it rating Hindi, like, but you wrote it like in Xhosa to like say, okay, yeah, it's like you want to keep out of him, this like, it's so sad, man.
And the disparity isn't just black and white. Here's the colored township of Manenberg to the left, and the informal Black settlement of Nyanga to the right. Unlike Black townships, the ghettos of colored people are made up of small homes rather than shacks and have basic services like running water. Before we go any further, I should break down how racial groups are classified here.
So like, in a way, like South Africa, like based on what I'm understanding from this video, I'm not sure about the whole situation. So it's like based on what I'm understanding, they have the Black, they have the colors, and they have the white. Damn, this is like so stupid. Like it is really so stupid, Because I've been like South Africa as a country, right? If the Black people, the color people, and the white people all have the same opportunities, South Africa have the potential to be like one of the richest countries in the world, Like this place is like, when it comes to tourism, they have potential, When it comes to educational system, they have pretty good educational system, compared to like the Western world, When it comes to like invention and stuff like that, they are pretty up there also, I don't see why people should just be greedy and be like, you know what? I don't want all the good to come to like certain group of people, I know it like technically ended apartheid like maybe 1994, which is like almost like 28, 30 years ago, if I'm not making a mistake, or 29 years ago, But still, I feel like there's still more that needs to be done,
Colored is a centuries-old community of diverse heritage that might be called Creole in the U.S. or Caribbean. They're distinguished from Africans, who are the city's Xhosa-speaking Black population. While Africans are the vast majority in most of South Africa, in Cape Town, coloreds are the largest group. Africans are a close second. Whites are only 15%, followed by Asians and others. The segregation we see from above is the legacy of an apartheid system that was instituted by South Africa's National Party and lasted from 1948 to 1994. Apartheid further expanded the policies of white domination and racial segregation that were already in place since the colonial era. Under the 1950 Group Areas Act, the government created racially segregated areas and forcibly removed people from neighborhoods reserved for white people. From 1950 until 1983, one of the largest mass removals in modern history took place. Here in Cape Town, District 6, where I currently am, had been a booming area in the heart of the city with more than 60,000 colored residents. But in the 70s, the government bulldozed their homes and forced them into windswept housing projects on the Cape Flats, far from the city center.
You know, like house is like one of the way people build wealth, you know, like it's like one of the most important way people build wealth, right? So like if you have your house, somebody just come and take it from you and give you like something that is like so undervalued, that is like so fucked up, man. Like that is so crazy, man. Like I really like South Africa, but seeing things like this make me so sad,
where people could live and move about. Africans were issued a pass or an ID document stating where they could live and work. They would be arrested if police found them in a white neighborhood not designated as their place of employment. The system was used to bar most Africans from moving to the city in search of jobs. Instead, they were confined to living in 3 blighted townships. In the 80s, hundreds of thousands began moving to the periphery of the city, building shacks and informal settlements. The legacy of that migration remains today in poor townships like this one. Part of apartheid's divide and rule scheme was to give coloreds priority over black Africans for jobs and housing. But coloreds were also systematically displaced at the expense of whites. And today, the white minority continues to live near the city center and in lush suburbs like this one. And the inequality isn't limited to neighborhoods. Under apartheid, Cape Town's more exclusive Atlantic coast beaches like this one used to prohibit blacks. Whites enjoyed their own beaches like these, while blacks and coloreds had their own beaches which looked like this. Today,
damn, this is crazy, man. Like I feel like South Africa, like the racism in South Africa, it was like the most well-designed and well-planned racism, you know, like Trevor Noah is saying one of his special, you know, it was like South African racism. It was like one of the best ever racism, you know, like, and by seeing this video, I can't like believe it, man. Like this is so crazy,
areas
bro.
like Camps Bay still cater to mostly whites. But now it's all about who can afford the nice restaurants and shops. It's this kind of unspoken disparity that continues to permeate Cape Town society. Studies by local researchers have found that black Africans are almost always less successful than white people in moving up career paths in Cape Town.
If you know the answer to this question, like please answer me below, right, in the comment section, you know. So let's say I'm a black South African, right, and let's say I'm the best software engineer or the best lawyer in Cape Town, you know. Will I be given like the same respect, the same salary, the same position because I'm the best software engineer, or I will not be able to have the same opportunity because I'm black, you know. I know like the apartheid it ended like long time ago, but what I'm trying to get at is like if people are still being discriminated against today based on their race, their color, or like where they are from and stuff like that, you know. So if you have like any light to share on the situation, please let me know in the comment section.
A phenomenon labeled the ebony ceiling effect. The inequality here is so stark that Cape Town's Gini index, which economists use to measure inequality, is 63 out of 100. That's one of the highest in the world. So why has Cape Town failed to deliver a better life for all since the end of apartheid? Some blame Cape Town's governance. Cape Town rests within the province of the Western Cape, which is the only one of South Africa's 9 provinces not run by the governing African National Congress.
Really? I didn't know that though.
That's the anti-apartheid party of Nelson Mandela. Instead, it's run by the Democratic Alliance, which grew out of white liberal establishment politics, but includes remnants of the old National Party and black middle-class support. The Democratic Alliance dismisses any claims that Cape Town remains racist, but it's hard to deny the structural segregation and discrimination that still exists, even if it is more subtle than it was under apartheid. Now that Cape Town grapples with a water crisis the world has never seen, the stark disparity between the haves and have-nots is on full display. Many black Cape Townians have always lived without running water. Now, others in Cape Town are getting a glimpse into that experience as they line up to collect a ration of water.
And this is like so crazy. They're like, what? This is like really so sad, man. Like, I don't know. Like the reason I feel like this is even more sad for me, you know, like South Africa, I feel like it's one of the countries like most African countries like really look up to, like to be like, oh, we want to be like South Africa, But if they're having this kind of issues today, like.
But what about everything else? Will the dream of a truly equitable society ever become reality here?
Thank you for watching this video. I hope it was like informative and educational, at least like learning about South Africa. Me, I just don't want to like learn about the good side, the nice side. I want to learn about the good, the bad, the ugly. I want to know like what South Africa is like really, really good at and what they are not good at. What they need to do to get better. So it's like that's why I watched this kind of video. Like I don't just want to like focus on the positive because I know there is a lot of positive when it comes to South Africa, right? But also like I want to like try to shine some light on the negative. To like at least to broaden my own understanding, like because I don't like to have like this limited mindset of like, oh yeah, this is like this. But why in reality it's not just black and white, but it's like black and white with thousand different shades of gray, like thank you guys for watching this video. Remember to like it, comment down below. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.